Hey guys, welcome to Love Lifts. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Today marks the 100-day countdown to my next men's physique bodybuilding show on May 4th. And before you guys start pulling out your phones, because I know some of you are, to make sure that it's actually 100 days to May 4th. Technically, this gets us to May 2nd, but I'll be the leanest that I'll be, and it'll be just a few days out from the show. But May 4th is the date. I'm doing the NorCal Classic up here in Northern California, and I'm excited for it. It's my second show. I'm looking forward to improving on my last show. Here is my before and after picture from last time, and I was proud of it. It wasn't as lean as I wanted to be, but I achieved the goal that I set out. I wanted to be 159 on stage because that's where I thought I needed to be, and I hit that goal. And so I was super proud of it. Got first call outs, got 4th place in my class. And so it was fun. It was a great experience, and looking forward to doing it again. But I wanted to take you guys through my regimen. I'm gonna take you through my nutrition. I'm gonna take you through my workouts in part 2 of this video, or of another video. But today we're gonna go through the nutrition, give you a couple of my goals real quick. I believe my stage weight is gonna need to be about 155 to 157. I think that's gonna be my sweet spot. Put on some muscle since the last time, but I also want to lose a little bit more, be a little leaner, and hopefully step on stage in that 155 to 157 range. I am currently 176, 177, so I do have about 20 pounds to lose, and I'm going to take you on that journey. I want to explain a few things before I jump into all the supplements and the nutrition. This process of cutting and leaning the way that I am for a show is not a lifestyle healthy process. Please make note of that. This is not a daily style of eating. It's not a daily lifestyle of nutrition. This is specifically meant for stepping on stage and competing at a very, very low body fat percentage, which is not recommended for everyday life. So please don't take this and think, oh, I'll just do that and I'll lose a bunch of weight and I'll do it the way that he's doing it, and think that that's going to be your new lifestyle. This is only to step on stage at a very low body fat percentage, so keep that in mind. And 2, if you're trying to get in shape and you're trying to get fit, this is not how you need to do it. You've heard me say in a few videos prior, and I'm sure you'll hear me say it 1,000 more times, the best lifestyle of eating and the best lifestyle of fitness is the one that you can adhere to. And yes, sacrifice is important, but always keep in mind the one that's best for you is the one that you can see yourself doing long term. This is not a long-term thing. This is a 100-day thing. After that, I go back to a normal eating and a normal workout regimen, which doesn't include all of this stuff. So keep that in mind. All right, let's go through the supplements. I'm gonna start with some of the basics here. The first one is the flaxseed oil. This is really the reason I take flaxseed oil in unison with, should move these things around, with omega-3s is I'm really going after the omega-3s, the fish oil, which I'm sure you guys have heard a million things about. I'm going after omega-3s, and really the benefit I'm looking for is the skin benefits. The leaner you get, the more vascular you look, and having good healthy skin, the omega-3 is going to make you look a little bit more transparent, and I use that term loosely because that's not exactly what's happening, or thinner skin, but again, that's not exactly what's happening, but that's kind of the idea in words that you're looking for, and omega-3s is going to help you do that. But I don't want to up my omega-3 too much, so that's what the flaxseed is for. I have a little bit of omega-3, but then it also adds an omega-6 and 9 into it, so I just kind of regulate my dosage for omega-3s. But this is a supplement that I would be taking on a daily basis, even not in prep season. So fish oil and flaxseed oil. The next one I'm going to go through is magnesium. Magnesium has so many different benefits to it. Some of the reasons I'm taking it is really it normalizes the nerve and the muscle function. And since we're training so hard, doing cardio so much, it's nice to have a little extra support for the nerve and the muscles, trying to recover things as fast as possible since we're exercising so much. And another thing that it does is it does help regulate the blood glucose level, which is nice. Next, I have CLAs. This is a naturally occurring fatty acid. It's said to kind of help with weight loss, weight management, and so again, it's just extra support. And something I didn't talk about yet is supplements. The understanding of supplements is really in the word supplement. These only supplement the diet. We should not be getting our main source of things from supplements. If you're doing that, if your main protein source is protein powder, which is a supplement, then you're not doing protein right. You need to be getting a majority of your protein from lean protein like chicken and turkey, and good fats with protein like fish and beef and things like that. So remember the word supplements, it's just a supplement to your diet.
I'm glad that's over.
The next is my pre-workout. Now, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. Wish I was. Hey, if you want to, any companies that you see here, you want to sponsor somebody, let me know. But I'm not. But I'm gonna give Ghost Nutrition a shout out just because I love their product so much. I'm gonna show you these two real quick. This is their pump this is their pump, and this is their pre-workout. The pump, I'm not gonna take too much throughout the prep. I'm just gonna run out of the can because there's not much left, but it has citrulline and arginine in it and things like that, which I'll go over in just a second. But the pre-workout I do like, obviously, because of the caffeine, which I'll talk about when I'm working out here in just a minute. But it has caffeine, again, it has citrulline and some other different pre-workout stuff just to kind of help boost the workout. So I will be taking this pre-workout. Now, these two things, these are BCAAs. They're two different companies. One is Ghost and the other one is Stance. But I will be taking a ton of BCAAs. Now, I need to clarify something with BCAAs. They get advertised a lot as helping you recover faster from your workouts. But in and of themselves, that is not what BCAAs are doing. BCAAs stand for branched chain amino acids, and there are three main ones: L-leucine, isoleucine, and L-valine. And these are great amino acids, but in and of themselves, they do not help you recover faster. The marketing scheme behind them is brilliant, but don't fall into it. Because a protein is made up of 22 amino acids, and you've probably heard that amino acids are the building block of the body, and they are, because that's what builds proteins. That's what proteins are made of. But in order to make up a protein, you need to consume through your diet at least, I think it's 8 or 9 of the essential amino acids. 8 or 9 of them, I'm not sure. I want to say it's 8. But there are 8 main amino acids that your body needs to consume through your diet in order to make then the 22. So if you have the 8, your body can make the 22. If you have the 22, then your body can build a protein, and if you can build a protein, then you can build muscle, you can maintain muscle, and you can achieve the goals that you're going for. But branched chain amino acids only have 3 in them. But if you have 3, you don't have the 8. If you don't have the 8, you don't have the 22. You don't have the 22, you don't have the protein. So in and of themselves, they do not help you recover faster. So what happens if you're just taking BCAAs and your diet isn't on point, or your diet isn't at least well balanced? It really just becomes a fuel source. The body uses it like it would use a carb, and then you're just paying a decent chunk of money to basically get the same thing you could get from a cheap bag of oats. So don't waste your money, don't fall into the gimmick. BCAAs are amazing at helping you retain muscle, especially through a cut, because it's kind of overloading the body with some really important amino acids. But your diet, your nutrition has to be at least well balanced. You have to have enough protein and enough fuel in your body so that it can help support and supplement your diet. So they are important, but they need to be used correctly, and you need to understand how your body works in order to use them correctly. All right, next we have L-carnitine. I take this before and after my workout. The main reason I'm taking L-carnitine, there's a few different reasons, but the main reason is it helps shuttle the fatty acids into the mitochondria to help you use them, the fatty acids in your bloodstream into the mitochondria so that it can be used as a fuel. So again, it just kind of supplements the use of fatty acids. L-arginine and arginine. I'm gonna say arginine. And L-citrulline. It's in the pre-workout, which I talked about a little bit, and I said I was gonna hit it. The reason I'm taking L-arginine and L-citrulline is the main function for it is it helps the blood flow in the body. It kind of opens up the vessels and allows for more blood, which is exactly what you want to happen during a workout. Through the contractions, you're trying to pump as much blood as you can into your muscle bodies, whatever you're working for that day, as you can in order to achieve the maximum benefit from your workout. And arginine and L-citrulline are going to help you do that. Now, L-citrulline, the body really just breaks down into L-arginine. So why take both? It really becomes a time release thing. So when you consume L-arginine, your body's able to use it right away into the helping of the blood flow in your body, but you're gonna run out of it in your bloodstream a little bit faster because it's already broken down, it's already being used, and it's ready to go, where L-citrulline needs to be converted still. And so like I said, it's kind of a time release thing. So you kind of have your level 1 right at the beginning, you're going, it's working, it's all great. And then as time goes on, the L-citrulline is being broken down and converted into L-arginine. Your body's able to use that, so you don't have the short window of effectiveness with it. It gives you a bigger window to have the benefits of what this does. And so that's why I'm taking that. One good thing about the arginine and the citrulline, what the blood flow really helps with, what it's really nice to have. I mean, you ever have those workouts where you finish and you felt really flat, you felt like you never had that good pump and that good feel, and you're just like, I don't really like how I'm feeling or how this is going. That's really what this is for. And so you walk around, you ever see the guys at the gym, or you ever feel like the person at the gym where the blood's flowing, it feels really good, you maybe drink a pre-workout and you're just, oh, I feel so good. It's that big feeling is because of the blood flow, and it's probably related to something like that. My fiber, I need a fiber supplement in my diet right now. You shouldn't normally if you have a well-balanced diet, but because my diet right now is so high in protein, because I'm so lean on everything else, and I'm trying to maximize my retention of lean muscle mass, fiber is something that does get hard to maintain throughout this cut and this style of eating. And so I do need a fiber supplement, and so that's all that is. The main fiber source in this is psyllium husk fiber, and apple is really a few other things. Digestive blend has a probiotic in it, but it's really just for the fiber. That's what I'm using. This is one of my favorite proteins. I've tried so many different proteins over the years, but this so far has been my absolute favorite protein. It's Rule 1. And I like it because it's not chalky, it doesn't chunk, it blends really well, it tastes great. This is the chocolate peanut butter, and I don't like chocolate protein, but this one, again, that's not my favorite, but for chocolate protein, I'd say it's definitely manageable for me. But the frozen banana is definitely my favorite flavor, and that's the one that's on its way. But Rule 1's a great protein. This is a pretty lean protein. You know, there's 2.5 grams of fat, there's 4 carbs and 24 grams of protein. They do have the hydroisolate protein, which is going to be, I believe, 0.5 gram of fat and 2 carbs, so it's even leaner than this one, but this works just fine. Next is the ZMA. It's just a mineral support. There's a lot of things that it does, but I'm not going to go into it. It's a mineral support. Greens Balance. This is from Arbonne. This is really just a powder version of a multivitamin. I'm really just trying to run out of the can until I go to a pill, but Arbonne's great, but we don't order from them anymore. But it is a great thing to throw into smoothies and things like that, and that's exactly what I do. Glutamine is the main function for me for this, is really just gut digestive health. It helps you really absorb the food and get the most out of your nutrients, and so that's what L-glutamine is doing for you. Probiotics, I'm sure you guys know what probiotics are for. Again, it's just gut health and maintaining the right balances, and so that's most of the supplements there. So let's move on to the nutrition, the food side of this thing. Now, I've said before in some videos that I do not like diets, and I stand by that statement. I do not like diets. Diets don't work when they're only looked at as a 30-day or a 60-day thing. In and of themselves, diets are not the way to get the goals that you're going after. Now, you do need to have a healthy diet, but the reason I don't like diets is because more often than not, people that are using diets, they lose some weight, they see some progress, and that's great and that's good, but what happens when the diet ends? Do you go back to the lifestyle that led you to the place where you felt like you needed to take a diet in the first place?
I feel shocked.
Or do you change your lifestyle post-diet to maintain the achievements that you've accomplished through the diet? So diets in and of themselves, I don't like. And that's why I always say, and that's why you'll always hear me harp on the fact that the best nutrition plan and the best workout plan is the one that you can adhere to long term, not the one that you're gonna burn out after a few weeks or a month or 2 months, and then the rest of the year you don't watch what you eat and you don't get yourself into the gym. So this is a diet though, to say all of that and then to say this is a diet because it's only meant for the 100 days. And again, it's not a healthy lifestyle. You look good on stage, you're lean, you're mean, but you are not healthy. Don't take this and think I'm just gonna apply it to my life as a style of living and think that you're gonna do yourself a favor. You're not. This is only meant for a short period of time. So let's go into a little bit. The food really does stay pretty basic. It is pretty bland. I eat a lot of chicken, which you'll see over there. Lots of chicken. That's probably my main protein source is chicken. One thing, a couple meats you're not gonna see here just because I ran out of them and need to go buy some, but lean turkey and then tilapia. I don't have any whitefish tilapia right now. Still need to go to the store and get some, so we will be doing that, but that is a fish that I'll consume a lot of. It's very, very lean, high in protein, but I will eat a few fish meals a week of salmon, probably 2 meals a week of salmon, just because it has really good fats in it and it's really good protein. Also, it's nice changing up the flavor a little bit. Beef, but not the good beef. Not like the beef where you're like, oh, this burger is so good, because chances are that burger is like 80% protein, 20% fat, which is why it tastes so good, because they leave all the good stuff in it. This is 96.4, and so it stays pretty dry. I typically only cook up a few meals because I can only eat it. It doesn't last very long in the fridge. It just dries out very quick, but it is a good change of pace that I'll do a couple meals a week of the beef. And then I eat a ton of broccoli. Broccoli is my main vegetable. I am limiting myself on what vegetables that I can be eating because I'm trying to stick with vegetables that are high in fiber, that are diuretic, that help me continue to process all of this protein that I'm ingesting, because it is a significant amount more than what you would take in a normal diet and a normal lifestyle of eating. So I'm trying to stick with foods that really help me process through all of the protein that I'm eating. And so a lot of spinach, a lot of asparagus, a lot of Brussels sprouts, a lot of broccoli. I don't venture too far away from that. I pretty much just stick there. My brain works better if I just stick with a few things when I'm in a diet like this, and I don't like traveling very far from my realm of understanding, my realm of how I want to do it. So I just kind of stick with these things. My main 2 carb sources, or 3 carb sources, I am carb cycling throughout this. And so that means I'm in my world for carb cycling, I'm doing 1 high carb day, 2 low carb days, and then 4 no carb days, and that'll make up my 7-day rotation. Now that high carb day, what it really means is it's not really what you would call maybe a high carb day. I'm still at a deficit, but for the sake of my carb intake throughout the week, it is going to be higher. And so I am going to have a cup of oats. I'll have some sweet potato, because sweet potatoes are a diuretic, so they help you process food and help you digest it. And then I do have these black bean noodles, which are absolutely amazing. I love these things so much because they're low in fat, they're a great carb source, and they're really high in fiber. And so some of those days when I have this, I can kind of back off the fiber supplement and not use a supplement and actually use real food to get the nutrition that my body is needing. And so I love these black bean noodles. Anything else in here? That's about it. Oats. Oh, I don't have the frozen berries out, but my workout regimen I said I'd talk about is a little bit different than the last time that I did a contest prep. Last time I got to work out in the middle afternoon, which is actually a time I would prefer, and even scientifically it's proven to be a little bit better of a time for you to work out. However, our schedule does not allow me to do that, and so I work out first thing in the morning. I wake up, I drink a bunch of water, I get my pre-workout in, and I go to the gym. And I have mentally liked going to the gym in the morning, because by 8:30 I come home, I've had a healthy breakfast, and I've already gotten up and I've worked out. I've set the tone for my day of accomplishment. I've set the tone for my day of success and putting in the work, and I've really enjoyed that feeling. So I do like that a lot. But it does change up my nutrition a little bit. It does change how I eat a little bit compared to last time. And so my post-workout meal is going to be a couple scoops of protein. It's going to be egg whites, which I just blend in and drink. It's a big handful of spinach, most of the time I'll do like a tablespoon of peanut butter, and then I'll do a mixed frozen berry blend. One, it's high in fiber, and two, it's a simple sugar, so it's a quick carb back into the muscle. Since you just spent all the glucose in your muscle working out, you need to replace that so the body's not trying to find that from another source and kind of undoing the purposes that you're going for. And so having that good quick carb source right after your workout is very important, especially when you're in a deficit, so you're not making your body do things that you're not wanting it to do. So that is my post-workout meal. Other than that, I do consume a protein shake before I go to bed. And so I take my ZMAs probably an hour or so before I go to bed. And then right before I go to bed, I take a protein shake just so my body has some protein right as I'm sleeping. Because a little fun fact for you, throughout the day in your 24-hour period, the time where your body's gonna release the most growth hormone, human growth hormone naturally, is actually in the first REM cycle of your sleep. And so having some protein in your system that your body's digesting and working through for that first period, that first rest, where your body releases the most growth hormone that it's going to. It's nice to have a fuel source for it to connect to and do everything that it's doing. And then each REM cycle after that, it actually decreases. And yeah, fun fact for you. The other thing that's about to become my absolute best friend, which really, this is for me every day, so it's nothing different, but this is what you really need to pay attention to, and that's your water intake. And so every day I'm gonna be consuming anywhere from 1 gallon to 1.5 gallons of water. And for me, I hate filling up a water 57 times, and so I like getting this. By the time I get home from the gym, I'm already 1/2 gallon of water in. And so I fill this up, and by the time I get home from work and school, I've already finished this. I'm 1 gallon into the day, and I'm sitting really good, and I just kind of sip water for the rest of the evening as I desire, and I know that I'm well hydrated. So this is your best friend during all this. Another best friend is a 6-pack fitness bag. I'm sure you guys have seen these before, but it's awesome. You know, it has the pill box in there to hold all the pills, has the slots to hold the ice packs, and here holds all the food. And so all my meal preps just slide in there, and I'm out the door. And I don't have to think about it, keeps it cold. I can last all day and not have to worry about food going bad, or where am I gonna put food, finding a refrigerator, anything like that. It's nice to have the bag, it's a good friend. Other than that, I think that apple cider vinegar, I'm sure you guys have heard or read things on that, but it's just kind of an overall health thing that I like to do. I hate it. I hate the taste of apple cider vinegar, but it's good for you, and so I do it. Another thing I don't have out, I cook with coconut aminos because they're healthy. If I'm gonna use an oil to cook with, most of the time I'm just gonna be using a spray pan right now, because per spray, I mean the whole can is not 0 calories, but per spray it's described as 0 calories, and so it's not something I need to track. But every once in a while, just to change it up a little bit, I'll do coconut oil just because of the health benefits of coconut, but I use that very sparingly. Anyway guys, that's all that I have for you. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'd love to answer any questions. If this was helpful to you at all, please hit the like button. And if you want more information, definitely click the subscribe so that you can keep watching my videos, because I am going to take you through this entire 100-day journey. I'm going to give you all the progress updates. I'm going to take you in on the weigh-ins, take you into the workouts, and let you know how I'm feeling, how it's going, anything that I need to adjust and change as it goes, and why. So I hope you enjoy this process with me, and I'm looking forward to May 4th and hopefully winning. I'm pretty sure the trophy is a sword. Who doesn't want a sword? Everybody needs a sword. I want a sword. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video when I take you through the workouts.